as a child, I can explain in 2 words: perpetual motion. He was a funny kid, and he was a handful.
When you're a twin, you're always associated with each other, and luckily for us, we were best friends from the start.
We noticed Nolan's disfluency early on. There were hesitations in his speech patterns. As a mother, you see your child struggling, and you feel his struggles, and you feel his frustration, and you feel his pain, and you feel helpless. AIS never claimed to cure his stutter, but they were able to teach him the skills that would enable him to understand his stutter, to manage it, and to embrace it.
Nolan had only really just taken over as chair very recently when I came on, and I knew nothing about running this organization.
It was so wonderful to see him get involved and to give back to an organization that gave so much to him and to us.
I wouldn't have been able to do what I've done in the last few years had it not been having Nolan as the chair.
The Nolan you get at home is the Nolan you get at work. So the caring guy with a huge heart and the sense of humor is also the guy you see at Capitol Printing.
Waking up every morning, it doesn't feel like work, and that's because I get to see him every day. He definitely always wants everyone to be the best that they can be, and he gives people so many opportunities to do that. He's really smart, and I learn from him every day, and no matter what issues come up, we find a way to laugh.
When I first found out I was pregnant, I know it was plaguing Nolan, what if our child stutters? And I remember saying to him, Nolan, how lucky are we? We know exactly where to go if that were to happen. We would make one phone call, and we have this amazing community at AIS. And I remember saying to him, if our son or daughter turns out just like you, I'll be the luckiest person. And that's all I cared about.
Nolan is very open about that stuttering still happens to him. He's honest about that. So he's a role model for people who stutter because he's doing it all.
He's never once used his stutter as an excuse. Oh, I shouldn't do this presentation. Oh, I shouldn't run for student council. It has never defined him, and because of that, it never will.
He does so much for so many people. He gives of himself to everyone he meets, and he has changed lives. Even though he probably wouldn't tell you that, his hard work and everything he's taken on has saved lives, and I couldn't be more proud of him and proud of the example he's setting for our daughter.
I think I'm proudest of Nolan because I realize that he has overcome what could have been an insurmountable obstacle, and that he has learned to set goals and to challenge himself, and he always strives to be the best that he can be.